The season of giving may be over, but here at the DeMark Food Pantry, they're always accepting and in need of donations. We're going to go inside and talk to the director about how your donation can help thousands of families every week. We're here at the DeMark Food Pantry Network, and joining us today is the director, Elizabeth. Elizabeth, tell us about the work that you do here.
Well, we service food for 12 food pantry sites in the greater Des Moines area. Those stretch throughout all of Polk County. We provide all of the food that those food pantry sites need for hungry families 100% for free.
And I know that you're always accepting donations.
Yep, we operate off of donations. We could not do what we do if it weren't for our amazing donors. We love them so much, and those donors come from everywhere. They come from, businesses that want to hold food drives or cash drives for us. They come from church congregations that want to get involved, neighborhoods. Sometimes kids decide they don't want to have birthday gifts this year. Instead, they want to raise the money for the food pantry instead. So it's a wonderful network of donors that we have here, and we're so grateful for them. But I gotta say, people are always thinking, well, it's a food pantry, so let's give food. Well, actually, the best thing to do is to do a cash drive or to give cash.
And that is because then you can buy the things that you need.
Yeah, we actually send out of this small space, this 1,500 square feet, about the equivalent of 36,000 meals per week. And so that's an astounding amount of food. So obviously the food donations coming in by no means could ever equal that amount of food that's going out the door. And so we rely on cash donations to be able to purchase the food that we need to be able to supply for all the hungry families in Greater Des Moines. And I will say that the majority of the food that goes out the door is food that we've purchased with donated funds. When you give us $1 here at the DeMark Food Pantry Network, we can make that dollar go 2 to 6 times further than you could at the grocery store, because we purchase from the Food Bank of Iowa and from wholesale food distributors, the same distributors that actually your grocery stores buy food from.
And I know before we started filming, you were telling me about this healthy food initiative. What is that?
Well, the DeMark Food Pantry Network has been around for, DeMark's been around for over 60 years. This is actually our 60th anniversary, so it's really exciting. Not a new organization to this community, been helping for a number of years. And one of the things that DeMark and the Food Pantry Network has always been passionate about is health. And so we have always provided for families not just food, not just what's available, not just what comes in our door, but actually the health requirements for that family for a certain amount of time. So it used to be that every family that walked through the door would receive a 5-day nutritious supply of food for however big their family is. But because lately the demand has been so high and the donations have not met that demand, we actually diminished our food boxes, so they are receiving only 60% of what they used to receive. So it's really sad. If you were ever going to give dollars or help out the Food Pantry Network, now is the time to do so. And especially, we come out of the holidays and people kind of forget. But our families are hungry at Christmas. They're also hungry in July. So the demand does not diminish. In fact, we have not seen the numbers going down, we've seen them going up.
I'm sure a lot of people would actually be shocked to know how many people you actually help.
Yeah, it's really interesting. In Polk County, we have over 400,000 people that live here. And of those 400,000 people, about 100,000 or so are living at an uncomfortable level, which means that they quite possibly could be food insecure. They're living at a level of 200% of poverty, which is a big fancy word to basically say that those people are not living at a sustainable income level. So 100,000 people, that's 1 in 4 in Polk County approximately, that are living at that level. And that's really scary to think about. It's really scary because, since the recession, the face of hunger has really changed here. We've seen huge jumps in the amount of families served in our more suburban sites. Our Urbandale Food Pantry site saw an 80% jump in the amount of families served over the last year. And that's really telling of what hunger is like here in Polk County. In Iowa, we don't expect people to be hungry. We have an abundance of food everywhere that we go. There is rich soil that could grow tons of fruits and vegetables, and so we just don't think of it as a state that would be hungry, but that's just not the case. We do a good job of taking care of each other, and so now is the time really to help those families. We serve over 30,000 families here at the DeMark Food Pantry Network. Like I said, 36,000 meals or so come out of this 1,500 square feet per week, and about 49% of those are children. And so that's about 15,000 children that we serve through our network here, and that's really scary to think about. 1 in 5 kids in Polk County being food insecure.
Yeah. If people at home did want to donate, how can they do that?
Well, it's really, really easy. All you have to do is go to movethefood.org. Move the Food is our fresh food initiative, and so it helps us to bring fresh fruits and vegetables into the hands of hungry families. We think that the quality of food is just as important for families as it is for you or me. And so we want our families to not only be fed, but be fed with the right kinds of food. And so movethefood.org is a great blog. You can find out how to volunteer. You can also find out how to donate, and we encourage you to do so, and it's just a couple clicks to donate. You can also find out if you wanted to come here in person, volunteer, see what we do. We encourage that if you want to help unload a vegetable truck. I did that this morning, so we would love to have you join in and help us do that as well. But movethefood.org is the website, and you can also find us on Facebook and on Twitter.
Well, Elizabeth, thank you so much for talking to us today, and if you want to donate, make sure to go to movethefood.org.